It was another busy day at the Warren County Justice Center with the third day of the Steve Lawson's trial underway. Brennan Crane was there all week and brings us the details of today's proceedings in our top story at 10.
After 3 days here in the Warren County Justice Center, the prosecution has rested its case against Steve Lawson, charged in connection with the disappearance and murder of Bardstown mother Crystal Rogers. In court Thursday was former FBI agent Mike Schaefer. He was called by the Commonwealth just as court gavelled in for the morning. He talked about his interview with Steve Lawson and eventually Nick Houck. That's the brother of Brooks Houck, who's also charged in connection with the case. An approximate 20-minute interview was played out in open court. It was barely audible, though, to the gallery. Agent Schaefer went over some phone records called cast reports. That's been a big part of the Commonwealth's proof against Steve Lawson, placing him exactly there on the Bluegrass Parkway where Crystal Rogers' car was abandoned just outside of Bardstown. Another major part of today's hearing, the jail phone calls, 2 of those being revealed in court today that happened in January 2024. Steve Lawson admits he should have reported the information that Brooks Houck told him well before Crystal went missing, that he wanted her gone. And one of those calls, a person told Steve Lawson, quote, "It could have saved that girl's life," unquote. During that time, Sherry Ballard, Crystal Rogers' mother, was in the courtroom crying along with other members of the family. Now, there was a last-ditch effort by the defense just before the lunch recess to get that conspiring to murder charge dismissed. They say no reasonable jury, given the evidence the Commonwealth presented, could convict Steve Lawson of that charge. After a 2-hour break, the defense began its case, calling forensic DNA expert Dr. Carl Reich via Zoom. He testified about 2 hairs found in Crystal Rogers' car back in 2016 that were never tested. Prosecutors reminded the court Lawson already admitted to tampering with the car and said the defense's recent push for DNA testing was just a delay tactic. Dr. Reich could be called back later in the trial. The defense is expected to call 2 more witnesses Friday morning before closing arguments begin. Jury deliberations will follow once closing arguments have finished up. In Bowling Green, Brennan Crane, WBKO News.